Sophie Gray, freelance designer, sipped tea in her sunny apartment. Life was good, filled with creativity and independence. One afternoon, a package arrived. No sender, just a note. For new beginnings. Inside, nestled in velvet, was a plant unlike any other. It had thick, almost rubbery leaves, a deep emerald green that seemed to pulsate. Intrigued, Sophie found an empty terracotta pot, the perfect size. She named it Nephila, Greek for cloud, for its dark, mysterious aura. The Nephila thrived on neglect. Sophie, often lost in design projects, barely watered it, yet it grew rapidly, its leaves unfurling like tentacles, reaching towards every corner of her bedroom. One night, Sophie woke with a start. The room was cloaked in darkness, but something felt different, almost alive. A low hum vibrated in the air, emanating from the Nephila. It was a sound that seemed to resonate with her very soul. Its leaves swayed rhythmically, casting eerie shadows on the wall. The shadows danced like phantoms, creating an unsettling yet mesmerizing display. She felt a strange pull towards it, a mix of fear and fascination. It was as if the plant was calling out to her, whispering secrets only she could hear. Days turned into weeks. The humming grew stronger. The Nephila seemed to thrive, its presence becoming more dominant in her life. Sophie found it harder to focus on work, her dreams filled with swirling green mist. The mist felt tangible, almost as if it was trying to communicate with her. One morning she noticed a cut on her finger had healed overnight, leaving behind a faint, vine-like scar. It was as if the Nephila had marked her. Then came the thirst. Sophie craved water, no, something thicker, more alive. It was an insatiable thirst that regular water couldn't quench. She found herself staring at the Nephila, at the single drop of nectar forming on its largest leaf, glowing faintly in the moonlight. It was hypnotic, promising relief from her unending thirst. The taste was intoxicating, unlike anything she had ever experienced before. It was as if the liquid held secrets, whispering to her as it slid down her throat, sweet, metallic, pulsing with a strange energy that seemed to resonate with her very soul. Sophie drank deeply, feeling a jolt surge through her veins, electrifying her senses and awakening something dormant within her. A sense of euphoria she had never known washed over her, a blissful wave that made her feel invincible. But then came the changes. Her skin, once pale, took on a greenish hue, spreading like a slow creeping vine. Her eyes, always a bright blue, darkened, the pupils becoming thin, black slits giving her a predatory look. She felt a creeping coldness inside her, a hunger that had nothing to do with food, gnawing at her insides. The Nephila thrived, growing at an alarming rate, its leaves now thick and fleshy, pulsating with a life of its own, as if it were feeding off her transformation. Sophie felt a strange connection to it, her thoughts echoing its silent growth, intertwining with its very essence, her dreams mirroring its strange alien desires, filling her nights with visions of otherworldly landscapes and unspoken cravings. One morning, Sophie woke to find her reflection gone. She rubbed her eyes, thinking it was a trick of the light, but the mirror remained empty. In its place, a creature stared back, its skin a mottled green with an unsettling texture that seemed to shift and crawl. Its eyes were like black pits, devoid of any emotion, and its fingers elongated into thorny claws that looked capable of tearing through anything. The transformation was complete. The apartment was no longer hers. It had become a wild, untamed jungle. Vines, thick as a man's arm, snaked across the walls, wrapping around furniture and creeping towards the ceiling. The air was heavy with the scent of damp earth and something else, something ancient and hungry, as if the room itself was alive and breathing. Sophie, now one with the Nephila, smiled, a chilling, too-wide grin that revealed sharp, plant-like teeth. The Nephila was a gift, yes, a gift that promised power and transformation, but a gift with a terrible price. It demanded a sacrifice, a part of her humanity, a reminder that some things are best left untouched, that curiosity can lead to one's downfall, but some gifts are better left unreturned, for they come with strings attached, lest their true nature takes root and consumes all that you hold dear, leaving nothing but a hollow shell of what once was.